This is my first time going live on YouTube, so I don't even know what's going on. Listen, I had a whole video idea that I was gonna do for today, but I decided I couldn't because I ended up not feeling very well. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. I'm just gonna hop on live and maybe see if I can catch up for a little bit. But I basically wanted to share a little bit of what's going on. So I had an idea to do a whole thrift and kind of go through my 70s style, like vintage clothing stuff and how I curate a bunch of my clothes. But I couldn't film that because I ended up not feeling well. And so I was like, you know what? I still want to hop on YouTube and just come and chat because I wanted to post today. I really wanted to, and I feel like I let y'all down. Elizabeth, hi love. Thank you for hopping on. Y'all, this is my first time on live for YouTube, and I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how this works. But anyway, I'm just hopping on because I was like, I feel like I can't let y'all down. Like I need to do something today. So I think maybe tomorrow I'll end up filming kind of like a day in my life. My husband and I are pretty much going to be cutting grass and doing household things around the house. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if people want to see that, but I can show y'all cleaning. But I was like, no one's going to care about cleaning. But I mean, we can hang out. It's still a good time. But with that being said, though, I did recently just see a video about a young girl. Her mom ended up posting about her natural hair because she was like, can y'all tell my daughter how beautiful her natural hair is, please? Because her daughter was in tears, like in full on tears about her hair and having to like wear it out to school. And people were bullying her about her natural hair. And that's something that really stuck with me because I was severely bullied growing up, like severely bullied. And you want to know what's crazy? I was bullied in college. These are full grown adults, okay? And I was severely bullied in college. That's wild. That's wild. I also went to a smaller college, so like everyone was in everyone's business. It was kind of traumatizing. But anyway, so her hair was out. Her natural hair was out, and it was something that was just so beautiful to see. So she put the camera on her daughter, and her hair was just like big and just doing its thing, and it was so stunning. And she started crying because she had to leave the house, and her mom was like, we're leaving like that. It's beautiful. And so I ended up making a video for her. Her daughter's name is Ava. It was really sweet. So hey girl. Hi love. Yeah, so I really wanted to talk about the fact that natural hair, and when people have things badly to say about natural hair, that is something that people still find like, wow, people are still talking badly about people's natural hair. Like, that's wild. And I'm like, it is wild, but it's also still very relevant and it's important to talk about because I remember feeling like I would never leave the house unless my hair was straightened. And I quite literally would cancel plans. Like, I would not go anywhere. I would full on be like, I'm not coming. And I would make up some excuse of why I can't be somewhere because my hair was full on, like, it was too poofy, or, like it wouldn't hold. Like, my hair wouldn't stay pinned straight. Like, it would start to like puff out. There were so many times when I was like, I cannot leave the house. And it took me years to be able to really feel super comfortable wearing my natural hair. Like, I did not start wearing my curls until 2016. And I'm 33 years old, so I was in my 20s, So I kind of wish that I had someone in my younger years to really tell me, like, your natural hair is beautiful. And I just never had that. So that's why I show up the way I do on all of my like social media platforms. Elizabeth, you're saying it's taken me to get in my 60s to grow out of my hair. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So you get it. I mean, it really is, it's a mental health journey. And I feel like a lot of people underestimate the power of the brain when it comes to our natural hair, because a lot of it is internal stuff that we have to deal with. It's crazy because when you think about it, it's really not as much as like outer things. It's more of things that we're internalizing that impact the way that we see ourselves. And so I remember vividly like refusing to show up unless my hair was straightened. And I remember though the day like my hair fell out in the shower because of relaxer. So it full on just like was in clumps coming down my back, my shoulders in the shower. And you could just hear like the clumps of my hair hitting the shower floor. It was the most traumatizing sound and feeling. And I just vividly remember that day. I was like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. I'm not doing chemically altering my hair. I'm not going to worry about straightening my hair. Like I was terrified of a straightener. Like I could not even, no. So I ended up though eventually wearing natural hair wigs that matched my texture in order to feel better about seeing myself in a different texture, because I didn't even like, I saw my hair start to curl up and poof out a little bit, and I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna be walking around like this. Like I was born with this hair. Like I was like, no, I'm so ashamed. Like it was awful. So I started getting wigs that kind of matched my texture, and I was just wearing the wigs for a little bit to like help me kind of get used to seeing myself. And eventually it was like, oh, no, yeah, no, this is perfect. Like I had to just continuously keep showing up wearing a texture that matched mine in order to like my brain to start being like, okay, no, this is beautiful. This is who you are. This is the way you were born. Like it really took me a while and a lot of like mental work. And people really underestimate it. Like you don't just snap your hand and you're all of a sudden like rocking your natural hair tomorrow. It's a journey for a reason. So it was a whole thing. But I eventually learned how to style my hair from YouTube University. So I hopped on YouTube, spent a lot of time saving videos, trying to like recreate hairstyles and all this stuff. And it was also really hard because there's so much information out there, so many different products, and it gets incredibly overwhelming. And if you know, you know, like on the overconsumption, I can't like that's why I don't really like to talk about hair products, because there's too many. And also I switch them out just depending, you know, on like the health and integrity of my hair at that time. Sorry, I'm not even looking at your comments. Thank you for showing me the site that has the big wooden pick. Yes, it's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, hair first beauty. That wooden pick is awesome. Tina is thriving and my skin. Thank you, love. Okay. Fun fact. Okay, so when you film on TikTok, you have like that beauty filter that kind of hides your blemishes and stuff. I was using that for quite a long time. I would kind of go back and forth between like using it, not using it. But I just now recently started really showing up on my actual iPhone camera, and I cannot believe my skin. Like I can't, okay. I wasn't used to seeing like my details of my skin on camera because of like TikTok's little beauty filter. And so I started filming for YouTube on my regular like iPhone camera. And I started noticing like my actual like features and like my little small blemishes and like my like freckles, you know, like I have like random spots on my face on all this stuff. And I was like, why was I hiding this? Like I would conceal it a lot. And now I'm starting to just kind of embrace it more. So thank you, because my skin was a problem for quite a long time, like hyperpigmentation. So anyway, I really have come a long way with staying away from like the filters, and like I just couldn't stand it. I was like, why? It's like covering up my smile lines, which I was like I hated them. I hated them for so long. So I'm just now, I'm in my 30s and I'm just now embracing like my facial features. It's crazy. So thank you for the skin comment, because I work very hard to get my skin where it's at. And you want to know what my main secret is? Okay, for my skin to be like this, I have blush on, but I don't have like concealer or anything like that, or foundation. I have started using topicals. It's like I think it's their dark spot cream. I use that, and keeping my face incredibly moisturized, like over moisturizing, because I have very dry but also oily skin. And I realized that I wasn't using enough like moisturizing products. So I use a lot of Korean skincare, but a lot of it is just like I'll have to tell you what it is. I don't talk about skincare because I'm not really good at talking about skincare. But it's one product, and it's literally just like a hydration, like oil or gel base. I don't know. See, I'm bad at it. But I will tell you, I will make a video and I'll just kind of show like all of my beauty things that I do at night. I'll do that so I can show you. But it's very minimal. I don't do a lot to my skin, and the less I touch it and the less I put on it, like the better it does. So that's why I don't like to wear like too much makeup. I like to wear blush, a lip, and I'll do some mascara. So yeah. Okay, let me start reading your comments. Yes, you can ask me hair questions. Please ask me hair questions. What are my plans today? So it's my mom's birthday. So we're going to dinner to go celebrate her. So I'm excited about that. But typically today I was supposed to film for YouTube. I was supposed to do a whole thing, and I have cramps. If you know, you know. I am not feeling well. So I ended up taking care of me and just kind of chilling. But tomorrow is Saturday, and my husband and I are gonna cut grass. So I was like, maybe I'll just film like our kind of a day in the life, which I do more sit down videos. So if y'all are interested, I saw that when I posted on my community tab, y'all were interested in like a day in the life, or you know, what it's like being in my 30s and all that stuff. So I mean, I guess I'll do that if anyone's interested. And okay, so I just want to know, does your hair tangle in its current state? You want to wear your fur out, but it gets tangled. Okay, so let me say this. My hair right now, she is not, I wouldn't say she's tangled, but I will say that because I am at my wash day mark. I am on day 5. I'm supposed to wash today, but because life is lifing, I will wash tomorrow after we're done doing yard work. Because I wash every 5 days, my hair does not end up being really tangled, or I don't really deal with a lot of issues in terms of like dryness because I stay on top of my wash day. Like when I tell you, if I feel like my hair is becoming really dry or tangled, or if I notice little pieces of hair breakage instead of like actual hair shedding, because those are two very different things. If I notice that I have breakage, then I will immediately put a pause on whatever life is doing, and I will go take care of my hair. A lot of the times that's because my hair is really dry, but I recently started incorporating like my wash day being 2 shampoos. So I did not realize how amazing it is when you pretty much double shampoo your hair. So I used to really just use shampoo one time and then conditioner, but now I use a cleanser to cleanse and strip my hair down because I am pretty active with working out, and now that there's a lot of pollen in the air and driving me crazy, I need to wash my hair and make sure that everything is squeaky clean. So I use a cleanser, and then I follow that up with a moisturizing shampoo. So I would say washing more frequently will definitely make a big difference. And also just how you're applying your product. So I will say that when I apply product, I don't even get out of the shower. Like I'm in the shower and I wrap a towel around myself. My hair is dripping wet. I apply my product when my hair is soaking, dripping wet. That is the best way, because that way your hair is able to really like retain all that moisture and like stay juicy when you're applying whatever product you're putting in. The more water, the better. So I found that to be the best thing. So washing more frequently and making sure when you apply your product, it's on dripping wet hair. I realize that makes such a big difference. So for me, it's more little things, but a lot of it is my wash day. Like I wash more frequently, and I've had way less breakage, way less shedding. So also, I do make homemade rosemary water. That right there is also such a fun game changer. I'm a big fan of anything homemade. So I really like to go out into my yard. I do grow rosemary, and then I make homemade rosemary water. It also has like antibacterial properties and antioxidants. So it's really good for your hair. And so I basically just boil rosemary leaves, and then I let that simmer until the water turns like golden brown. Put it in a water bottle and store it in the fridge for like a week, and I spray it in my hair. I don't rinse it out, and it doesn't leave your hair weird. It doesn't leave a residue. You're gonna smell a little bit like rosemary, but like barely. But yeah, it's a great way, a great trick. So yeah, but I would just say wash more frequently, and then applying product on wet hair. Yes, okay, day in the life. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm not really like, I don't feel like I'm a great like vlogger. I'm much better at like sitting down videos, but you ask and you shall receive. So I will do a day in the life video. And let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. So I think I caught y'all up on your questions, right? Am I in Florida? Elizabeth, no, I'm in South Carolina. I am originally though from Florida. I'm from West Palm Beach. So my mom adopted me when I was a baby. I was an infant, and we lived in Florida until I was about 7 years old, and then we moved to Greenville, South Carolina. But I have been in Charlotte. I've bounced around. I was in Asheville, North Carolina, and now my husband and I are trying to figure out like where we're going to end up. We have no idea. We're trying to navigate all of that. He is actually from California, and we met on TikTok. As crazy as it sounds. This was back in 2020. So I married the man I met on TikTok. So it was the best thing that could ever have happened to me. He's wonderful. And he's from Cali, so he moved out here. And we've been married for a little over 2 years. So, and also I'm going to France at the end of this month. And so we're gonna kind of do a honeymoon. We're meeting my parents out there since they're going. We never had a honeymoon. We just got married and literally went straight back to life. So that should be fun. But yeah, if you guys have any other hair questions, let me know. I'm gonna have to hop off soon to go to get ready for dinner. But this is wild. I've never done YouTube Live. So I was like, hello, I need to hop on here and start doing stuff like this, because if I can't deliver a video today, I'm gonna hop on live and at least say hi. But yeah, if you have any other hair questions, let me know. I will say though, I don't normally wear my hair like, this is in its like picked out state, I will say. And so I normally leave it kind of a little more defined, a lot of frizz, a lot. I don't like my hair to be super defined. Super defined curls is not my vibe, but I like to have a little definition because I don't like to always strain my hair by using a hairbrush and like, you know, brushing it out too much. The less I manipulate my hair, the better. And so I'll probably wash my hair tomorrow, and then I'll do a little bit more of a defined look. And I've been loving light hold gels. So I'm never a gel person, but I've fallen in love with the lighter hold gel, and that seems to do really well for my hair. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow for wash day. And I think besides that, that's really it. But yeah, so if you have any other questions, let me know regarding hair. Otherwise, I have to go get ready for my mom's birthday dinner, so, which I'm excited about. Elizabeth, I appreciate you though. I really do. Y'all are awesome. So I feel like that's it. If no one else has questions, but I will be doing I guess a day in the life type vibe. I think I'll film that tomorrow, I hope, and let y'all know how that goes. So I actually taught my husband how to cut grass. Yeah. Because he lives somewhere where there were like barely any grass. And so it's really funny. So we will be doing that tomorrow. I'll be weed eating, pulling weeds, deep cleaning. There's pollen everywhere. And I'm trying to think of what else. That's pretty much it. Spring cleaning. So, but yeah, I'm thinking I might do that and film tomorrow. So that should be fun. And I also want to do a sit down with my mom and kind of do like a mother-daughter questions thing. I thought that would be a lot of fun because she's hilarious and she's from Jamaica, so she's fiery. She is fiery and so funny. She's literally the best. So anyway, okay, well, I'm happy I hopped on here. This is my first time, and so I want to do this again. Yeah, maybe I'll see if I can stick to a schedule. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit. I know it wasn't that long, but I wanted to see. Camille, yeah. She's from Christiana, up in the mountains. So my grandmother unfortunately passed away, but we would always go. I would spend summers in Jamaica a lot of the time. I love it. That's like my second home. So such a beautiful place. But yeah, Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. And I think tomorrow I'm going to film. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe so you don't miss out. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow.